In this section, we will practice with VLAN access control list or VACL. First of all, we need to set up the network as in the diagram, and I want to point out some important note here. The port 10 between switch 1 and switch 2 is the trunk port, and port 1, 2, 3, and 4 on switch 2 is the access port. And router 1, 2, and 3 belongs to VLAN 1. Router 4 belongs to VLAN 4. And the IP address of the routers are shown in the picture. And the switch virtual interface on switch 2 for VLAN 1 is 1.1.1.11, and VLAN 4 is 4.4.4.11/24 and /24. And initially, all the hosts can ping and telnet to each other. After that, we will create apply a VACL in switch 2 so that host 1 can initiate ICMP ping to all the devices except host 3. So it cannot ping to host 3 from host 1. Host 2 and 3 cannot telnet to each other. So the keyword here is neither host 3 or host 2 can telnet to each other. And all other traffic should be forwarded. Let's get started. So first of all, we will configure for switch 1. And what we want to do is we want to disable all the ports on switch 1 and then re-enable only for port 10. So go from port 1 to 48, shut down. So all the ports are shutting down now. And now we X out it and go to port 10. Switch port, trunk encapsulation dot 1Q. Switch port mode. Over here we just set it as a dynamic desirable. And enable the port no shut. rename, and we finish for switch 1. So the next thing is we have to configure for switch 2. So let's get started. In switch 2, the same thing we're gonna do. First, we're gonna disable all the ports. Interface range 101 to 48. Shut down. So all the ports are shutting down now. And we just go to port 1 to 4. Port 10 to, first we go to port 10 and enable the chunk port, switch port, chunk, encapsulation, .1Q, switch port, mode, dynamic, desirable, no shut to enable, and now we need to go to ports from 1 to 4. Interface range F101 to 4. Let's have space in between. We gonna make it enable, no shut, switch port, mode, access, and now from port 1 to 3 we have to assign it to VLAN 1 and port 4 to VLAN 4. So first we make sure the VLAN 1 and 4 exist, VLAN 4. So everything looks good in the VLANs. So now we can safely assign the port 1 to 3 to VLAN 1. Configure T interface range F101 to 3. Switch port mode, switch port access, VLAN 1. So router 1, 2, and 3 belong to VLAN 1. And now we need to assign, we need to first enable it and exile a bit here and go to interface F104. Switch port access VLAN 4. No shut. So now the router 4 interface VLAN 1 IP address 1.1.1.11 255.255.255.0. No shut. Now we can assign the IP address for VLAN 4. Interface VLAN 4 IP address 4.4.4.11 255.255.255.0. No shut to enable. And you can see some message saying about the duplicate address. Just forget it. It's just because of the old configuration. And we can remove it after it will disappear after we finish. And now we need to configure the router 1 for its IP address. Let's go to router 1. Enter enable CSUS show run include interface. We're missing show run. Now we need to assign the IP address for the interface fast Ethernet 01. So we can double check in the diagram. Yes, it's F01. IP address 1.1.1.1 255.255.255.0. No shut. And ping the virtual interface .11. It looks good. So the next thing is just rename and rename on switch 1 also, rename on switch 2 just to make sure. And we're gonna go to router 2 and assign its IP address. Here we go. This is for F01 on router 2. Show run include interface. In this case, we assign the IP address for G01. IP address 1.1.1.2 255.255.255.0. No shut. And we're gonna ping the switch virtual interface in VLAN 1 1.1.1.11. It's looking good. So we're gonna move on to router 3. Enter the password and show run include interface, and we need to assign the F00. In this case, G00. Configure T G00. IP address 1.1.1.3 255.255.255.0. No shut, and ping 1.1.11. Everything looks good. Right name. Go back to router 2 to right name. And the last one is router 4. Enable. Enter the password and show run include interface. In this case, we need to assign the IP address for F01 or now router G01. Interface G01. IP address 4.4.4.4 255.255.255.0. No shut. Right. And ping switch virtual interface, which is 4.4.4.11. Everything looks good. So let's verify to make sure all the router can ping and telnet to each other. As you can see, router 1 to 3 has a default gateway is 1.1.1.11. So what I need to do is I have to add the default route. Here we go. The default route for VLAN 1 is 1.1.1.11, and you can see it on router 2 also. Show IP route 1.1.1.11, and router 3 show IP route. The default route is 1.1.1.11, and for router 4 it belongs to VLAN 4, and the default is 4.4.4.11. So show IP route on router 4, and the default route that I need to add is 4.4.4.11. So now I can ping the router 1. Everything looks good. Router 2 and router 3. So it means between VLAN 1 and VLAN 4 we can ping each other. And from router 1 I can ping router 2. So within VLAN 1 the router can ping each other, can ping router 2 and 3. So let's verify the telnet. 1.1.1. Missing .2. Enter the password and enter the password. So it means we can from router 1 can telnet to router 2, and router 1 can telnet to router 3, and telnet to router 4.4.4.4.4. Enter the password. Here we go. So from router 1, we can connect to router 4. Those are all the requirements. We are ready to apply VLAN access list on switch 2. So here's the switch 2, and the first requirement is to allow host 2 to ping all the devices except host 3. So first of all, we need to create the access list, configure T access list, and in this case we have to create the extended access list because it's only for the ping command. So access list 100, permit ICMP host 1.1.1 to host 1.1.1.3. Dot 3, not dot 2. Equal to echo, yes. And the next requirement is to host 2 and host 3 cannot telnet to each other. So we have to create the access list for host 2 to telnet to host 3. So access list 100, permit TCP host 1.1.1.2 to host 1.1.3 equal to telnet, and another one is from the opposite direction from host 3 back to host 2. So we just modify this to 3 and this one to 2. Hit enter. Now we are ready to create the VLAN access list that satisfies all the requirements. So VLAN access dash map CSU with the sequence number is 10. Match. Let's see what the option we have. So action default exit match. No. So match IP address and specify the access list. In this case, we create the access list 100, and the action is to drop, and we need to exit it, and we create a new access map with sequence 20 for all other package, and the action is forward. Exit it. Let's analyze how the VLAN access map work. So And you can see here the package come in that certify the access list 100, and in the access list 100 is specified as a permit. It means it follow the action drop, and it means over here it tell that if the host from host 1 to host 3 and the package is the ICMP package, it will be dropped. But if the package from host 3 to host 1 is still work, because we don't specify any rule for package from host 3 to host 1. And same thing here, if the package from host 2 to host 3 equal telnet, and the action is permit. Permit is follow, the action is to drop. And the package from host 3 to host 2, and it equal to telnet. Over here the telnet is hidden, but we know that in the access list it's permit. It means it follow the action, and the action is drop, so it's gonna drop all the packets for telnet from host 3 to host 2 and host 2 to host 3, and all other packets will be forwarded. So let's verify how it works in action. So from here we want to ping from host 1 to host 3. So everything still works fine. So what's going on? Let me show you. We are missing one very important thing, is we have to apply the access map for the VLAN. So let's do it. VLAN filter CSU and VLAN-List, and in this case our host is in VLAN 1, so we have to specify it on VLAN 1. It's showing the diagram. So hit enter, and let's go back and verify. Now from host 1 to host 3 it's blocked. And let's try from host 3 to host 1. It should work. And ping 1.1.1.1. It's work. And from host host 3 telnet to host 2 1.1.2. It will be failed. And while waiting, we just go to host 2 to telnet, back to host 3, enable, enter the password, telnet 1.1.1.3. Here we go. Remote host is not responding from host 3 telnet to host 2. But host 1 is still work fine. We can still telnet from host 3 to host 1. Everything is work for host 1, but not host 2. And it's exactly what we want. Over here, from host 2 to host 3, it's also failed too. But from host 1 host 2, we're gonna telnet back to host 4. Should work. Here we go. Just enter the password. We can see that we are in router 2 right now, or host our router 4. Everything works. So we finished everything for the VLAN access list initial configuration.